Hello and welcome to HeroTrainer, the Nexus Raiders web series dedicated to helping people learn how to play and to develop some fundamental skills that'll help them rank up from Bronze and Silver League into Gold and beyond. I am Commander Chu and I'll be hosting this series. So this is the very first episode. We're going to show you how to create a Battle.net account if you have never played a Blizzard game before, or if you just don't have a battle tag, you never want to create one before. But very easy. Blizzard has made it really simple to create an account and to start playing. So let's just go to Battle.net. I mean, you can Google it, that kind of stuff. So let's go to Battle.net here. Of course, I have the Blizzard app here already because I have it. But let's log out and create a new account. Create a free account. How exciting! It's basically the same as the create a free Blizzard account from the app, but since you're new, I'm assuming you don't have the app yet. But what you can do is type in your first name. So for this series, I'm just going to do HeroTrainer, and I'll put in my birthday so you guys know when I'm born. By the way, Chu at Nexus-Raiders is where you can ask me questions, send any requests, that kind of good deal. Oops, actually, that's not the password I want to use. There we go. There we go. All right. Select a question. All right, Chu at NexusRaiders.com. You'll be asked for this address when you log into the Blizzard desktop app, websites, or mobile apps. You can change your email address at any time in the account settings. So I already have the Blizzard app, but you're basically going to download that. Don't hate, I use a Mac for production purposes. But yeah, so just pause it, download the app, install it, do all that good stuff. I'm going to exit here. I'm going to go back to the app. Let's log in. Forgot to dash there earlier. Alright, log in to Blizzard. So first thing you'll see is create a battle tag, enter a name. Now you can enter anything you want, and what Blizzard does is it'll give you a several digit code at the end of whatever name you choose. So if you want your name to be your name, like my name is Calvin for example, if I wanted it to be Calvin, I could do that, but for the purposes of this series, it's going to be HeroTrainer. Yeah, create battle tag. And I'm assuming it's working in the background. Great! We are, of course, going to go into Heroes of the Storm. This is going to be the very beginning of the HeroTrainer series. And this is right after the Heroes 2.0 release, so you're going to see exactly what's going on. And I'll walk you through step by step what you should do, what you should not do when you log in. So let's go. Play, launch. Got that really nice Genji thing in the background. All right, cool. The game is loading. The Mac Rainbow Wheel of Death, of course. Yep. So Heroes 2.0, really nice wall art. I'm assuming if you're watching this series that, or at least watching this episode, that you've never played a MOBA before. Which is what Heroes of the Storm is, a MOBA, which is multiplayer online battle arena. I'm fairly certain that's what it stands for. But this series, I'll be utilizing some language, and I'll try to explain it as I go. This really is for anyone who's just getting into Heroes of the Storm, wants to learn how to play, especially anyone who hasn't played any MOBA type game before. So, I am, of course, a veteran. Ooh, that's loud. I'll adjust it later. I'm going to click New, just because you are a new player, supposedly. And you get to choose your role. So battle against enemy AI to learn how to play Heroes of the Storm. Now, you can pick any of these, but I personally would recommend you learn either Assassin or Warrior first. Supports have a slightly different playstyle. So I would definitely pick either Assassin or Warrior first, and then learn Support later on. Warriors typically are more friendly to beginner players because you have a higher health pool and you can get away. But just for the sake of time, and because most people like to play Assassins, I'm going to be selecting Jaina. Oh, you know what? I should have changed the settings to be a little softer. But this is Jaina Proudmoore, by the way. She is a Frost Mage. In the game, she's a caster or a mage type hero, meaning that she does a lot of burst damage, like a lot of damage in a short period of time, and they're typically at range. So you'll see in a moment when I log in with Jaina what exactly she does. And yeah, welcome to the game. Welcome to Heroes of the Storm. It's a really exciting game. This is the general objective of the game. You have abilities that you can use. There are minions and forts that appear throughout the map, and then there's an enemy core that you want to destroy. So we're going to press any key to continue, and here we are at our core. A really nice cinematic by Blizzard, of course. Welcome to Heroes of the Storm. In this tutorial, you'll learn the basic mechanics of the game. Great. Now what do I do? Oh, okay. Your ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy core while protecting yours from enemy attacks. Is this going to let me forward at all? Or okay. There are 3 lanes to the enemy base. Each lane should have at least 1 hero present, and I can explain why you should have at least 1 hero present later on. Actually, while it's showing this, it's because you want to soak experience from each lane, which I can talk about later. If your health gets low, you can retreat to the nearest town and heal by right-clicking the healing fountain. And there is a cooldown or a period of time between healing that's possible. You can also use your Hearthstone to return to the starting area and stand there to heal over time. Oh, are we able to control now? Oh, perfect. Oop. So I am, of course, playing Jaina, a ranged Frost Mage. Her icy abilities deal a lot of damage and slow enemy heroes. Let's continue on. Take a moment to get familiar with the controls. Basic controls are listed in the tip panel in the upper left. So, of course, you're going to right-click to move, as you can kind of see me doing here. You're going to hit Z to summon a mount. So we're already riding on the mount, which is the horse here. The mount allows you to move at a faster rate than walking. So a mount gives you a basically 30% movement speed buff, meaning that it makes you 30% faster while you are on a mount. You use the B key to Hearthstone, so by pressing the B button, it'll basically allow you to channel... Man, what is a simple way to do this? You'll basically, after a short period of time, teleport straight to your base and heal really quickly while you're in the base, which is the Hearthstone. But if you are damaged at all, while you are hearthing or retreating back to base, it'll cancel the effect. So make sure you only hearth in areas where you're not being attacked. Press L to lock/unlock the camera. That's pretty actually, I guess that's not self-explanatory. So right now, the screen is automatically set to center around my hero, versus if I unlock it, I can move the screen by moving my mouse to the edges right here. So I'll demonstrate that in a moment. So let's unlock for a moment. So camera follow disabled. See how I'm able to navigate across the screen using my mouse. And then once I hit L, it'll automatically center to my hero wherever I am. You can also center on your hero instantaneously by pressing the spacebar. So that way, if you're looking somewhere else on the map, you hit spacebar, it'll return you to your hero. There's no buying items in Heroes of the Storm. Instead, your hero gains talents as your team levels up. So yeah, actually, I feel like that's self-explanatory. We get to choose a talent, so we're going to go with whatever is recommended here. I personally have my own Jaina builds, but you know, we'll just go with this. Head to the middle lane after the gates open. So the gate has opened right now. Oh, or actually, I guess not. I'm going to leave the camera follow on just so it's easier for anyone who's new to playing, so they can kind of see what it looks like. But a good way to really level up is to practice without the camera lock and move around with your mouse, because it is a lot faster and it'll help you expand your vision and your range. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is a very cool cinematic. Anyway, so this is basically what you're going to experience once you get into the game. Killing enemy minions, heroes, and structures grant your team experience. This is very important because you'll get experience when minions die as long as you're within a set range, and that's typically your vision range. And vision I'll explain to you either later on in this or later on in the episode. So your team's level is displayed at the very top to the left or to the right, I guess it depends on which side you're on. Once the experience bar fills entirely, your team levels up and increases in strength. So that translates basically into increased health, increased damage. So I'm going to close this momentarily. Abilities are skills heroes use to defeat enemies. To activate an ability, press the hotkey shown below the ability icon at the bottom of the screen. Alright, so I'm actually going to close this up right here so it doesn't take as much space. Right click to move. Now we have 3 abilities with Jaina right now until we unlock our heroic. Right-clicking cancels an ability. While trying to use an ability, use left-click to activate it. So think about your left mouse button as kind of like a trigger. Alright, so when you right-click an enemy as well, you're going to auto-attack them. See, if you look at Jaina, oh my gosh, you can see these little auto-attacks going to the minion. That's your auto-attack, which you don't need any mana to use. And different heroes do a different amount of damage per auto-attack. As well as a different auto attack speed. So let's start using our heroic abilities. Jaina's Q. Oh, my team has leveled up, increasing my stats and the strength of my abilities. Certain levels will also grant your hero new talents. Great. Excellent. So I'm just going to explain really quickly. I'll let my team do their own thing. So the Q is basically a projectile skill, which you shoot. Think of it kind of like shooting a gun bullet. Notice that it shoots out a bullet, and my mana has depleted a little bit. Well, it's regenerated now. But basically, each spell costs mana to spend, and you have a specific amount of mana that you can spend. So, for example, our E is a cone-shaped area of effect damage. So anything that's hit within that range will take damage. And then W is an area of effect damage, and it also has a range. So I can cast this ability anywhere within this range, and it'll do damage to anything that appears in this circle. I'm going to decrease the volume a little bit. This is hella loud. Actually, I can change that in settings. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, I'm at 100%. This is super loud. I usually have it at maybe like 20 or lower. Oh, that's much more bearable. Alright, great. Talents greatly improve your hero's abilities. Choose your talents as soon as they are unlocked. This is very important. I'm going to mount it really quick. Just by pressing the Z button, choose a talent. Let's just go with whatever they recommend. This is beginner, so it should be very easy. So you'll notice I just did a lot of burst damage to that Arthas. Oh, whoops, I messed up. Alright, well, Arthas is coming back. Let's kill him. So I did that a little bit fast, but I'll do it a little bit slower. So now I'm using my W. So I'm now casting an ability onto that. Someone at my door? Anyway, sorry about that. Battlegrounds have secondary objectives. Secure the watchtower marked on your minimap to grant your team vision of the surrounding area. So I'll explain that as I move towards it. Let's mount up really quickly so we move faster. You can also right-click on the minimap. This is the minimap right here. You can click there to get vision and also choose where to go. So these watchtowers are really powerful because they give you vision in this whole area. So you'll... Ooh, the screen is getting dark. Securing a watchtower grants your team vision of the surrounding area, which is a lot bigger than what you would normally see, and it's not blocked by bushes. Oh, next you will capture a mercenary camp. Defeating the siege giants will recruit them to fight for your team. Alright, I guess this tutorial has its own ideas. But I'm basically going to use my abilities, and I have a talent available, apparently. Release control or press N to choose the talent panel. Oh, well, that's fine. Whatever, I'm going with recommended talents anyway. So whenever you do capture a camp, there's this area that you need to stand, and if you look at this blue-red bar, you want to get it all the way to blue in order to claim the camp. And in order to get it, you have to be uncontested within the circle. So for example, you can see here that it's turning blue, and now you've recruited the camp. Once a mercenary camp is captured, the mercenaries will join your team and attack down the nearest lane. Let's mount up again. Escort the siege giants and destroy the enemy's fort. Alright. Alright, thanks Blizzard. I guess you have your own idea for this HeroTrainer series. Yeah. Basically, camps are really strong because they help push a lane even when you are not there. They're basically larger, stronger, not magicians, mercenaries, minions. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Minions that can help you push the lane down. All right, let's hit that stitches. All right, nice. Notice how that enemy is standing still. It makes it really easy to hit your abilities. At level 10, heroes can choose a heroic ability, a powerful skill that can turn the tide of battle. Choose your heroic ability from the talent pool. So the really nice thing about heroics is it's a huge power spike. As you select this ability, depending on which one you choose, it'll greatly change the course of the game. So let's choose a talent. So it wants us to go water elemental. Alright, sure. So normally you want to save your heroics for when you approach team fights. Sorry, I'm getting Facebook messages here. Yep. I guess I can explain this more in a future HeroTrainer series. Ooh, I am definitely not used to having the camera centered. But basically right now we're approaching the enemy core. And they're much lower health. I'm going to summon my water elemental right now. So this water elemental was my heroic choice. It does damage. It's basically like an extension of Jaina, in a way. So we're probably going to win the game here. Not really sure what this tutorial has in store. Yep. Basically, Jaina does a ton of damage. Sorry, I'm not really talking that well through it, because I'm also not sure whenever those pop-up announcements are going to happen. Okay, yeah, that Tychus is dead. Yeah, I probably should have tested this before making this series, but yeah, this is basically how to go through the tutorial. I'm sure there'll probably be a little bit more later. Oh my gosh, there we go. Now we've defeated the enemy core. Sorry, I didn't really explain it that well there, but basically that's how you're going to play the game, and that's how you achieve victory. Alright. Alright, anyways. So, whenever you do complete a match, you'll go to this highlight screen type of thing, and you can actually vote for any players you thought did particularly well. So, let's say I thought the Vala did really well, so I'm going to upvote the Vala. Each player from your and the enemy team will be able to vote here. It's kind of like giving props to someone. It's a really nice way to do it, so we're going to exit that right there. Normally you'll also see your stats. Ooh, I've received a free hero as a gift, Jaina. Great. Accept. Hero unlocked. So let's move on to the next tutorial. I wonder how much they're going to explain these. I really don't know how much I should be talking here. But regardless, throughout this HeroTrainer series, I'll be walking through all these different skills you'll need to know, some knowledge. But let's go through this tutorial. I am here for you. We're going to do this together. Alright, so we're back on Jaina. Are they going to... During this game, you will experience your first battleground events. Each event is unique. This time, you will gather tributes to weaken your enemy. That's... Alright, I guess you can explain it like that. Alright, I'm going to unfollow the camera because it's just distracting me too much. This is how I normally play. You can see I'm moving the screen by moving my mouse. Let's pick talents. Okay, it has suggested talents again. You press the tab key to open up the score screen. Here you can view each player's stats, talent choices, and a death recap. So I'll do that for you right now. So you can see the talent tab, which is what all the heroes picked. And that can... It's just a lot of knowledge that you can use to adjust as you play. At the stat screen, you can see how much you've done. Obviously, the game just started, so there's not much here. And then recap is... Actually, no one's died yet, but... Yeah, you can see what happened when you died. This is the healing fountain, by the way. Remember, you can always tap that. I think it's once every 120 seconds that you can do so. Oh, whoops, I missed. Thanks for healing, Tyrande. So you'll notice we're doing a lot of damage to this Greymane. He's probably gonna die any moment. Oh yeah, he's dead. I wonder what they're gonna make me do in this tutorial. Well, this is a good opportunity to go tap the well because I am low on mana. So let's right-click on the well, and you'll notice that there's a slightly darker green and darker blue bar. Well, actually, I'm fully healed now, but that just means that's healing that you will receive over time. I don't know what to do in this tutorial. I just go grab a watchtower for now because I'm not sure what Blizzard wants me to do. By the way, you can left-click on this minimap to see what's going on. So, for example, if I want to see top lane, I can see what's going on here. You know what? Let's go kill that Gul'dan. It's kind of low. So, for example, right now, he doesn't have vision over me. I'm going to go from behind and just kill him with a lot of burst damage. Yep. Easy peasy. Alright, now I'm going to leave, go back to mid. So the minimap will also show you your pathing. Oh wait, choosing a talent. Okay, let's pick whatever's recommended. Alright, that Greyman's probably going to die. Yep, there he is. That's the fun thing about playing Assassins. You just kill people, and it's hilarious. Oh, he didn't die. Whoops. Oh! What? Oh, okay. Alright, Blizzard. Tribute spawns periodically across the battleground. This first one is about to spawn here. So we are going to head towards that. You're going to basically channel... Oh! Head to the tribute's location and gather it before the enemy team does. Note that anything that attacks you will stop this channel. And, once 3 tributes have been gathered by the enemy... the enemy team will be cursed. Alright, great. So information on the Battleground event is displayed above and below the minimap at the bottom right. So you can see here, tribute spawning. Here, this is how many tributes your team or the enemy team has collected. Alright, now let's go kill the Arthas. So I'm going to mount up, and I'll probably be able to kill him right here. There we go. So let's gather this tribute. And of course, normally your allies should be protecting you, or if someone else is channeling, you're gonna... Oh, they interrupted me. Great. Alright, this guy's gonna die. Gather the tribute. So, as you just saw, that Greymane interrupted me because he did some damage. So that's really important to know. If there's an enemy team channeling a tribute, you can poke at them. Excellent, you just gathered your first tribute. It takes 3 tributes to curse your enemy. The next one will spawn after a short while. Great, thank you. So now that we've done some damage, let's check the tab. You can see I've done exactly 9,500 damage. Not over 9,000 yet, but no, that'll just increase throughout the course of the game, especially since I'm an assassin hero. Ooh! Good job, computer Tyrande. Oh, right, it pauses whenever I pick a talent. Okay. So there's also... It should also be noted that there's a difference between passive and active talents. Passive talents mean that you don't need to click any additional buttons for them to work. They're going to be added in to whatever you already have. Versus active talents, you need to press an additional button. That's where you'll see like 1, 2, 3, and 4 extra keys that you need to press. So especially if you're a beginner, I would just pick all passive type talents. Just because it'll make it a lot easier for you to play and get used to the game, learning how to play. Alright, there's the next tribute. So chokeholds like this, where you know the enemy is going to be forced to run through, are really good for area of effect abilities and skill shots. Wow, this guy has a lot of health. Alright, he should die here though. There we go. And let's fight the Stitches. You shouldn't be channeling a tribute whenever there are enemies nearby because they're just going to cancel it anyway. So I'm going to gather the tribute now. Once you've killed them, then you can gather the tribute. Or if your allies are able to move the enemy into a fight away from the tribute, then one person could gather it. So now we have 2 tributes taken. That means with the next tribute, if we are able to grab it, the enemy team will be cursed. Their minions will have only 1 health, and their forts will do no damage. So, for example, I'll walk into tower damage right now. Right? It does a considerable amount, and it slows you, which is very important to note, especially if you are diving into enemy territory. Because sometimes you want to dive in to get that kill or finish something off. But if you don't have enough health to sustain it, it's not worth it. Alright, I need to choose a hero now. Oh, man, they're making me take water elemental again. Alright, let's just use it here. Have it attack Greymane. Greymane's gonna die. Easy peasy. Let's kill that fort. Whenever you kill a fort, it actually yields a lot of experience as well. Any buildings, so cannon towers, the forts, the gates, and the... Oh yeah, these 2 are also cannon towers. Those will give you experience. The side walls, though, these little things on the side, they don't actually give you any experience. I don't know if the healing wall gives you any XP or not, but your main sources of experience are those buildings I said earlier. When you run low on mana, drink from a healing fountain or use a Hearthstone to return to the starting area. So I drank from the healing fountain earlier. Let's just Hearth to show you what it looks like. So start this animation, and if you complete it successfully, you'll be teleported to the base. So right here. While you're in the base, you regenerate everything, your health and your mana, much faster. Let's follow these arrows. And let's go to the next tribute. So here in the minimap, you can see the pathing I'm about to take, and you can kind of see the terrain. Yeah. Usually you want to try to be monitoring this minimap as much as you can. Just so you're aware of the enemy positioning and team fights. Wow, no one's doing any damage. That's interesting. I guess they're all waiting for me. Now that I'm here, let's kill these guys. I don't need to be this close. Realistically, I shouldn't because I'm Jaina and I'm really squishy. But, you know, hey, it's computers and it's a tutorial. So we're going to gather the tribute now. And the nice thing about this is there's an exposed keep. So with a curse, the enemy team won't really be able to do much to push. The enemy team is cursed, their minions are reduced to 1 health, and their structures cannot fire. Attack with your team now. So we are going to go mid because that is the most pressured lane. We are most likely going to be able to get a fort. So there's a small distinction between forts and keeps. So the keeps are the ones that are closer to the core. Forts are the outer ones. Now let's attack that Tychus. In general, you want to attack the lower health enemies. Because those are typically the ones that do more damage, and then just kill them faster, get experience. One thing to note is experience is shared across all of your teammates, which is why it's important to split in the lanes. So in this series, you'll probably notice me saying a lot, hey you guys, soak multiple lanes, because we need that experience. Let's pick a talent, whatever's recommended, decrease cast range. Alright, cool, I can live with that. Let's hit that Gul'dan in the backline right there. He's gaining health from me right now from his ability, but let's just kill him. Easy, and then let's kill the core and win the game. Great! The curse has ended. The enemy team's minions and structures have returned to normal. The event will start again in a few minutes. The event will start. Oh, but we also killed the core. Alright, well, so this description is just regarding the objective of the curse. But we just killed the core, so it doesn't matter. Great! Throughout the series, I'll be talking about tanks, assassins, supports, like all those kind of roles too, so worry not. MVP. Oh yeah, also if you get a high kill participation and few deaths, you'll get MVP. Let's just vote ourselves up. Let's be nice to ourselves. Visit your collection. Unlock more heroes, skins, and mounts. So once you finish the tutorial, it's going to bring to the screen. After you play 5 matches on Cursed Hollow, you'll be able to unlock these new battlegrounds. So your first 5 matches are going to be on Cursed Hollow, just so you can kind of get used to there being an objective, understanding how to play. So there are different play modes versus AI and Quick Match. I highly recommend, if you are new, stick to AI and Quick Match. Don't go into ranked yet, and I'll explain why in a later episode. Because you want to develop your skills and knowledge base before going in, so you don't ruin your own experience. loot chests and what's inside. So congratulations, you have received a free loot chest. Additional loot chests can be acquired by leveling heroes or purchased from the loot tab. After completing the tutorial, the first loot chest unlocks a 7-day stim pack, a hero, and 2 additional random items. Excellent. Progression system, player level. Leveling a hero also increases your player level and earns you a loot chest, packed with heroes, skins, mounts, and tons more. Play games to earn XP and level up your heroes. Yeah. Pretty self-explanatory. Gems. Gems are purchased with real money. Use them to unlock heroes and to purchase featured items in your collection. Gold is primarily used to unlock heroes. Acquire gold by playing matches, gaining levels, and completing daily quests. Shards are used to unlock cosmetic items in your collection. Acquire shards by opening loot chests. Great, and we are finally in, so that concludes this first episode, I guess, of HeroTrainer. Just going through the tutorial. From here, I'm going to go into actual gameplay and explaining what to do, which different heroes to pick. Just overall explaining how to play Heroes of the Storm. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy this series. I am starting, fresh, start from level 1, so this is essentially a walkthrough, so feel free to play along with me in your games, and good luck, have fun, and never game alone.